Just pulled into this awesome campsite here. We've checked out this spot before in the past, but we either weren't stopping for the night or it's been full. We're surrounded by these giant cedar trees all around our campsite, and we had to follow this really narrow pathway just off the main road. We're about 1 kilometer in, so you can't really hear any road noise. And since we're pulled in for the night, I think we're gonna grab our chairs and a drink and hang out down by the creek for a little bit. The fish are jumping right now, so I'm gonna dust off the old tackle box and see what I can do here. Things are looking a little rusty. I've got a couple of these spoons right here. I just keep putting these on. I've only ever caught one salmon in my life, and this is exactly what I was using. Just a big spoon like this. Must have scared them away. Jumping like crazy, like every couple seconds they'll jump right in front of us. But I think I've got one shot of one jumping, but every time I try and get them jumping on camera, they get a little camera shy apparently. Regardless, this is a really nice spot. I think we're gonna have this all to ourselves tonight. It's getting pretty late. Diesel doesn't seem to like fishing very much.
Tonight on the menu we're having chicken teriyaki with rice, and we're just frying up some broccolini as well just to have some vegetables. They're nice and quick to make too, so for nights like this where we just didn't really feel like prepping anything, it's just good to go, nice and easy, and it works. Good. Actually, Kyle and I were talking about how we were here a couple years ago, back in 2021. We camped on the beach in Tofino. We rented paddle boards, went on the ocean, saw some dolphins, and it was just such a good time. Yeah. And we were kind of thinking about looking into that this weekend as well, seeing if they have any openings. Last time we were there was, I believe, $65 a night.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, but we have a feeling it may be a bit more than that now, considering it's been a couple years and all the inflation and all the things. There aren't many places where you can just park your car and sleep overnight. Many years ago you could do that, but now it's like paid parking or you have to go to a campground. So now we have to, leave Tofino, and then there is a spot about 1 kilometer or so outside the visitor center. So we'll be possibly checking that out too, but it would be nice to camp by the beach.
We've got a mouse problem. Just moved up the road to a rest area, praying that the mouse didn't hang on while we drove. I'm gonna hope to get some sleep now. It's just after midnight and I am freaking tired. I've had this flashlight in my hand for the last, I think, 2 hours because I heard this mouse. I heard something from the front, and I knew something was up. There was something in here, and I flashed on the light and I saw it crawl over Alana's shoe. So that confirmed that there was indeed a mouse in here. It scurried off, tried lying back down, and it came back numerous times. And then I started hearing it under the hood. I got out, checked under the hood, saw it scurry around a couple more times, and I'm not gonna risk it chewing on some wires and doing a whole bunch of damage that we can't afford. So yeah, we've relocated and hopefully all is good from here on out.
So we're posted up in Tofino. We're just about to go check out Third Beach. Last night we were parked kind of in the middle of nowhere off Highway 4, and we had a little visitor. So it kind of kept us up all night. Kyle was kind of scrimmaging through all of our stuff because we just didn't know how this thing got into the van, or if it was just like with us for a few days. We don't really know, but he was in there and just causing a bit of a ruckus for us. So Kyle closed all the windows to make sure, like, okay, at least the mouse isn't going to come into the van. And then he just kind of was like, all right, let's just get out of here. So it's literally like, I don't even know, after midnight or something like that. And we're getting out of there, back on the highway. And then we ended up parking at this rest area where I already knew where we were going to be because a couple years ago when we traveled here, we parked there, and there was a huge truck that parked there as well, and the generator was on all night and it was so loud, so we didn't really get a good sleep. We're feeling pretty refreshed this morning. We had a couple coffees there and then continued our way to Tofino. So we're just gonna have to kind of, I think, be aware of the mouse thing and just know that that may happen. We have a few friends that have vans as well, and they've had some little critters there too. So it's just part of the fun. So yeah, we're here now. We just had some breakfast, had some bacon and eggs, and added some smokies in there. And it looks like the sun is breaking through the clouds here, so we're gonna go for a little walk now.
Being right on the coast always feels and looks like you're on a different planet. The really sharp, jagged rocks on the shore. The trees are massive. There's so much greenery just from all the moisture in the air constantly. I think it's something like 12.5 feet per year of rain that the island sees. It's always really cool to see. Still really want to see a wolf. They're such elusive creatures, so chances of seeing one is pretty slim, but it still happens, so our day will come.
I don't know what it is about this place. I feel so happy right now. We got an awesome spot along the beach here, and we're just getting set up now.
Yes. Good to be back on the west coast. This is one of the first spots we went to when we did our trip 2 years ago, and this is the trip that really sparked our love for coming out here to the mountains, to the coast, and ultimately made us move here. And last time when we came here, we didn't have Diesel with us for a whole month, and as good of a time as we had, we missed him the entire time we were here.
Yeah.
And so it's cool to bring him to all the spots that we got to come enjoy without him. So big nostalgia kick.
Yeah.
It's cool to be back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is gonna do.
Yeah, it's not bad, eh?
Not bad at all. Wow. The sun's just like glittering off the water. So last night we camped on the beach, and there's a few campers beside us, but there was also a wedding rehearsal at the facility like right next door to us. And we knew today that there'd be a wedding, but we didn't really know about the whole wedding rehearsal. And so, you know, group of people, listen to their music and all the things, which was fine. And we kind of went to bed a little late last night because we were stargazing, but it was like 11 o'clock, 11:30, and then around midnight they wrapped it up. So we were kind of like up a few times because the music was quite loud. Thankfully the ocean waves soothed us to sleep.
Kind of drowned it out.
Yeah, it definitely drowned it out a bit. So looking forward to more of a restful sleep, I think, tonight. There was a nice couple beside us camping, and they had some extra shower tokens, so I had a lovely 3-minute shower today. And yeah, and then we headed to Ucluelet, and we went to the Wild Pacific Trail and just kind of walked around there, and it was really beautiful just walking along the coast. Now we're here. We're at this spot, and gonna fill up these lovely plastic cups that we got from a coffee shop earlier.
Beauty pour. Apparently there's a river system right at the end of this lake here, but since it's been such a dry summer, we're trying to find the access point, and I'm being blinded right now, so I can't really see a whole lot, even when I cut my eyes.
We're paddling into the sunset.
Paddling into the sunset, yes. But I see a shore up here, and I'm pretty sure this is where we need to do a little portage. Yeah, what a beautiful spot. This is awesome. We were definitely not expecting to be camping here tonight, that's for sure.
Oh, good for you? I want one more.
Cheers. And bon appetit. This couple just came back from a canoe trip, I guess, and they parked in the same little lot that we're in.
Old GMC Safari van.
Yeah.
I thought it was abandoned.
It was a conversation starter, so we got to talking, and they moved their van to go get their canoe down by the water. And what runs out from under their van? Of course, a mouse. And where are we parked? No more than 10 feet away from where that mouse was. And it ran in our general direction. So we have a little mouse PTSD now because of that whole situation. I just have the fear of it getting under the hood, making home there, and chewing up wires where it shouldn't. Get up! Get up! You can... Took him so long to get the courage to jump up there, and it's not even a big step.
It's so cute. Whenever he does like this kind of big jump, he always sucks on something. So when we lived in St. Catharines, we had our couch, and every time he would jump up, and trust me, it was like half of this. It was barely a jump, but he'd always take a pillow and suck on it. And so now he's just doing his thing, right?
And we saw the mouse outside. I saw it under our chairs, and I'm sure it's fine because people came in and they had the mouse under there, so they drove out of here no problem. I don't know if it's just a fear that I have, but mice being under the vehicle and chewing on wires and all that is never a good thing. So we've got the windows shut for the most part, and thankfully we have this fan, and it's drawing some nice air and circulating it through the rest of the van. So we're gonna hunker down, play some Skippo right here on the floor, and enjoy the extra space here.
And then you should be able to. The quickest and easiest way to the summit is 3.5. So I'm not sure if you recognize this spot we're in. It might look very familiar to you because we were just here the other night, and there's good reason. But we did find another awesome spot that we were going to camp at, but we had another
encounter with the mice.
Yes.
Another wake up at, I think, just after midnight. I heard it scurrying around under the vehicle, hopping up. I don't know what the heck it was doing, but this has never happened before. I've never had an issue with mice before. I don't know if it's the time of year, just because it's getting colder at night. But once it's in my brain and I can hear it, as soon as we would like settle in and try and just ignore it, it would just start running around again and drive me nuts.
Yeah, it was driving us crazy. And it was interesting because we were in the van playing Skippo and hanging out, and we didn't hear anything. And then as soon as we went to bed, and I guess it was more quiet, we could really hear it.
Yeah. It was having a party under there, and just to like rub it in my face, because they're crafty little bastards, just to rub it in, I'm at the front of the car. I have both lights, the lantern and the little flashlight, and it's staring at me from sitting on top of our chairs because we put them under the vehicle at night so they don't get super wet.
At the back end of the van.
At the back end of the van, and it's looking at me and it's running around, and I'm just like, I've got my light on it, and it's just taunting me as I'm staring at this thing from across the van. And then of course, like, there's nothing you can do. Like, you need traps to actually get rid of them. But it was another rough evening. We went back to the rest area, and this is our place of solitude now, because as soon as we get here, it's our safe haven.
Yeah.
And we're not bugged by mice. So it sucks because we found two really awesome places to camp on this trip, and we had to leave them prematurely.
Yeah.
Because of the rodents.
Exactly. And I said to Kyle, I'm like, this is part of the adventure. And this is just our reality, really. Like, this is what we're going to have to deal with, I guess. Thankfully, there's lots of places to go that aren't too far away where you can just post up for the night.
Yeah.
So we're just making some breakfast now. We had a coffee, and yeah, we're having some female bacon.
Yep.
I cut up some cheese and tomato. What do you think? You ready for another breakfast?
Let's go up to bed.
Come on.
Let's go up.
Up, up, up.
Go, go, go. Up. There, up,
Up,
to
up,
bed.
up. Come on.
Good boy. Up, up, up.
Come on. Jump. Let's go. Woo. Oh, that'll wake you up. That's so nice.
So nice you got out so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no relaxing in there. You know?
That was kind of scary. We saw a couple jumping in, and I kind of like checked out. I'm like, can you get up out of there at least? And they're like, yeah, we've done this a couple times already. So we got our bathing suits on and jumping off rocks down here. Feeling refreshed. How you shower on a road trip. Rapids. We drive by here all the time, and we always see people jumping off the rocks and just kind of taking in all the views. And this time we pulled over and jumped off the rocks, which was a lot of fun. We kind of just stopped to look first, and then I said to Kyle, like, my heart is just saying, go do it, go jump. And my brain's kind of like, I don't know, it's a little cold out, I don't know if you should, kind of thing. And then Kyle's like, well, you have to do what your heart says. So,
Super glad
like,
we
okay,
did.
so we got our bathing suits and jumped in, and we're super glad that we did it. We met another nice couple, and they're from Washington, and they're kind of doing a bit of a trip around Vancouver Island and into British Columbia on the mainland. It was cool to jump in the water with them and enjoy a bit of the day. Yeah, we don't really have much of a plan today. We're kind of just winging it and just do whatever feels right. And that's how we like to roll.
Did you watch us jump in? Were you yelling?